So let me hand you boys coming through once again. Before continuing to this video, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe to the channel, and for those who've been supporting the channel, I do highly appreciate you guys. So we're gonna talk about the suspect being apprehended, right? Tyler Robinson, 22 years old. This morning, I believe it was like 6 in the morning, they were gonna do a press conference. FBI. They got the guy, right? I was waiting for it. I don't know, it took like 30 minutes. Eventually, I got busy on doing something else and I couldn't see it, right? I had to go back once I was done to see what had happened. But they had everybody waiting, right? So Tyler Robinson managed to come with this plan, right? Got on top of the roof, had somebody help him to leave a rifle by the bushes, right? He went to that university, got on top of the roof. There's different footage out there in where you see the people, recording somebody on top of the roof, walking, laying down, and holding still, right? There's other footage of, I don't know if it was Secret Service, whoever was next to Charly, Kirk, doing all the signals, talking about a sniper. That is some crazy stuff, man. That is some crazy stuff because I'm pretty sure they have to have somebody to deal with this, you know? Or unless they're just for looks right there. But you can see in a video, those, I don't know, let's just call them security guards doing signals. And when people went back and show what those signals mean, is that they spotted the sniper, but they didn't do nothing. They didn't warn Charly. And then, of course, the unthinkable happened. The alleged guy, Tyler, right, Robinson, managed to get away from right there, run through the roof, jump over the building, twist his ankle, and managed to get out of that spot. Apparently, the first guy they had apprehended, an older individual, had said that he was the one who pressed that trigger just to let this young guy get away. It was more like a distraction, right? This guy made it out. I believe TMZ released a footage, what was it, yesterday, where you see him walking through a neighborhood with a limp, right? What caused, jumping from that building. Now, he made it to his house, right? And apparently his dad is the one who turned him in. His dad. I don't know if he recognized him or he just confessed to him. But I guess his dad knew a pastor or somebody through church, right? That is actually involved in the force. I don't know if he's a U.S. Marshal, whatever the case might be. But through that avenue, this guy surrendered. The dad, of course, a veteran. Now, I do wonder, how will you feel if your dad turned you in? If you ask me, I'll feel betrayed. 100%. The dad, did what he believed was right. A lot of people are happy for what happened. You know what I mean? They capture the alleged suspect. I wonder who gets to keep the $100K. $100,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I don't even know if that dad wants to claim that money. Honestly. Your son is done in prison. Gone. Just think about it real quick. How difficult that decision is for a dad to turn in his kid. His 22-year-old kid. Because of what he did. If you're to ask me, if we're going by the law, he did the right thing, right? But if we're going by blood, betrayal, that's what it is, right? Charlie Kirk left two little ones behind. I think they were under the age of 3 or something like that. Basically, almost like my kids, my two little ones, right? Can't imagine growing up knowing that your dad was unalive like that, right? Now, I do understand that there's gonna be a lot of hate, right? This individual used to put his beliefs out there. As he used to speak, you know what I mean? He offended a lot of people of different color. That's why certain people don't like him. That's why certain people are happy of what happened. But whenever I seen this, now first of all, I don't wish nothing upon nobody. Nothing bad, I mean. I don't wish nothing bad upon nobody. You know? And seeing the video, when I seen that video, and thinking about those little ones, then now, if they want to, they can look for that footage and see how their dad was done. Just think about it. We are on different times, you know. But it didn't give it the right for this man to do this. Nobody won at the end of the day, you know. Everybody lost. Simple as that. The ones who feel happy about that situation, man, that's between them, you know. I cannot be happy and dance over the suffering of the next man, and you cannot basically change this, right? Well, when they were doing this to us and he was speaking this, they were happy. They were acting like they were better than us. They were dancing, right? But not because they do it, that means that we can do it as well, right? It shouldn't be like that way. You cannot lower yourself to that level. At the end of the day, one thing that I learned is respect. And you have to give that across the table. If you don't give respect, you will not receive respect, you know? And if that person don't give you respect, it does not mean that you have to give the same back, right? Not giving respect. That doesn't mean that. You don't need to lower to his standards. You can still do what you have to do. Show respect and keep on moving. You know what I mean? Just leave them to the dust. I don't know if this is a suspect. Things didn't make sense, but you don't know. You know how it is in this type of incidents. A lot of things don't make sense. The thing that got me worried is what the bodyguards were doing. Doing the hand signals. They spotted the sniper. I believe somebody on TikTok was showing those signs, the body signs, what it means. And they said they spotted a sniper, but they didn't do nothing about it. So was this like a small sacrifice to keep the people forget about something else? I do wonder if old boy got sacrificed. You have to understand, man. When it comes down to all of this, what's around us, everything is done for a purpose. Nothing just happens. Trust me, because if they want, they can stop whoever they want to. They got the technology. They got those guys out there paying attention to everything. So don't tell me they didn't see that guy walking across the roof. They got him on video. Don't tell me they didn't see that guy laying down on top of the roof. Because you know they seen it. Especially people who are trained to do that. So why did this happen? That's the question that I got. You know? On this occasion, nobody won. If Tyler Robinson is the suspect, well, he's done. I bet you his dad feels like shit. I don't know who's going to keep the 100K. But it is a bad situation, man. And all it looks bad on the government. people from that see it from the outside. I don't know, man. You can believe in whatever you want to believe, but when something is just it's weird, man. When something does not make sense, there's something wrong with it. You know, it's just common sense. Like, come on, you got trained people. You see that guy walking across the roof. He lays down on top of the building, man. Then you have the bodyguards doing the signals. And those signals means there's a sniper. So then what happened? Why didn't get that guy out of the stage? Why didn't say, hey, man, let's go? Why? That is the real question, man. So with this being said, we are out to next video. Muchas gracias. Saludos.